Can you describe your approach to ensuring you get the best results from the teams that you lead?
Yeah, Don, what I'd like to do is, rather than talk about my leadership, I'd like to talk about our leadership. What I mean is your leadership, my leadership, and the leadership of those listeners who are joining us in this. The reason I say that is because we all are leaders to some extent. And so the way I'd like to frame this is how we tailor our respective leadership right for our respective contexts. And so within that context really does matter. One size does not fit all. And who you lead and why you lead becomes very important. And it's affected by several factors. The first is your mission or objective. And so I would ask you and your listeners, and these will end in questions, is your leadership right for your mission? That mission could be short-lived. It could be enduring. It could be crisis. It could be steady state. But one of the things that tailors how we lead is the nature of our mission, and ultimately, it's our objective. Next, it's the group that you lead, the size of it. It could be 2 people. It could be 200. It could be 2,000. And they could be proximate to you or they could be distributed. So my next question would be, how have we sized our leadership for the group that we lead? The next is the composition. We can call this demographics, but it's the age, gender, ethnicity, religion, and experience backgrounds of the group that we lead. Now, we talk about it in terms of diversity, and I earnestly believe that diversity within a group is a strength. And so what this prompts in terms of a question is, how are we best taking advantage of the diversity within the groups that we lead? It is a strength, only if we make it so. There's also a timing aspect to leadership, right? How long does the leadership role persist? If it's short-lived, that's going to limit our ability to know our people, for them to know us, to establish rapport, and all those interpersonal things that go with leadership. And so the way I'll put that question, how have we timed our leadership relative to the group and relative to our leadership opportunity? Next, culture. So culture was there before we went to lead, right? And so the first challenge with culture is understanding the unit culture for what it is. Next, there is so much that we can't do to change it because it's around us, it persists, and much of that culture will be there after our leadership tenure is over. And so the questions that this prompts include, 1, what is the culture of the group that you lead? Next, is it constructive? And then if it's not, how are we deliberately changing the culture of our group over time? And then, and it is both an opportunity, a hazard of being a leader. Your leadership and your presence in an organization naturally causes the culture to change around you, whether you want it to or not. So choose wisely. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then compact. And what I mean by compact is what causes the members of the group to be a part of it. As an example, they could be volunteers. They could be paid employees, or they could be family members. And so the compact that you have with the people that you lead is definitely going to influence how you approach them. How does our leadership respect and leverage the compact of our group? Now, I'm sure that there are some other factors to consider. These are some factors that have served me well. And then as a member of the United States military, I've been privileged to lead in a variety of different contexts over the course of my career, where consideration of those factors has made a difference.